Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of January 9th, 2021. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams, our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury, and it's time for Top 5. Except this week's is going to be a Top 10. Top 10 worst booking decisions.
2 weeks without us here, double the top 5.
Now, look, we could go as far back as the 60s and talk about worst booking decisions. We're just going to rattle off some that we disagree with, and I promise you we'll do more of these videos. So if you get on here and you're a big wrestling historian like ourselves, and you're like, oh, why didn't they talk about the fact that the 1972, they didn't put over Bruno in the Garden or whatever the hell.
Comment right along in here.
We'll get there. All right, Caesar, cool your jets. Everybody calm down, all right? It's a fucking video. Watch the video. Watch your fucking mouth.
Getting a little clip.
I tell you what, I'm going to throw out top 10, number 10, right off the hammer. Triple H beating Booker T at WrestleMania.
Agreed.
Like, what in the... We all know why. We all know why.
Him calling him boy was just
or saying
out
people
there.
like you don't win the chance. Like, we get it. And obviously, like, it was tailored to be thinly veiled racism. But, man, Booker T was so hot. He just comes out of WCW. He's a perfect buffer for a guy like Triple H, and they don't put the belt on him.
Yep.
Worst booking decision.
Horrible idea.
Fucking ever. Go fuck yourself.
Number 9. Daniel Bryan not winning the Royal Rumble after his return. He come out, they eliminated him, and then they went with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
To win the entire Royal Rumble, and the crowd.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't just Daniel Bryan. The booking of that Rumble, period. Then they were chanting for Ziggler, and they eliminated Ziggler.
Oh my God, I remember that. No, that was the year
Dean
Batista
Ambrose.
won.
Oh, that was
That's
Batista.
the year the Batista one where the fans just kept picking somebody else to rally behind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan should have won that year.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, it worked out. He went on to WrestleMania to win the world title.
No. That was after he had already won the title. When he come back after dropping the title when his dad died that very following year.
Okay.
He didn't win the championship.
Yeah.
So it would have been Roman, not Batista. Because at the end of the Batista year, they chanted for Roman Reigns. He lost.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and then everyone was like, well, they're going to want Roman to win.
Yeah.
And then, no.
And then we gave him then they gave him Roman. They gave him too much of Roman.
Yeah.
Number 8 for me, John Cena beating the Nexus. Again, we talk about the fact that it could have solidified the Nexus, having beaten John Cena, even if it would have come down to fucking Wade Barrett on his own.
Yeah.
If John Cena would have steamrolled through 6 of them. But John Cena not doing business with the Nexus was a mistake.
I agree, 100%. Let's see, number 7. Diamond Dallas Page not ending the streak at Halloween Havoc.
Oh, man.
Would have been the most over thing they could have possibly done, and it would have skyrocketed.
Man. And everybody thought that was going to be the one, too. Yep. Everybody was like, this is the guy. This is going to be great. And what a great underdog story, too. DDP, fucking the guy who gets into wrestling at 35 years old. Yep. His career doesn't take off till he's 40. He's wrestling the fucking unstoppable Bill Goldberg. Hits him with a diamond cutter. 1, 2, 3. DDP's the biggest fucking star in wrestling. Didn't happen. Nope. Carrying on with that, what are we at? Number...
you are at number 6.
6? What?
6. Going backwards.
Yeah, number 6. Continuing on. Kevin Nash ending the streak with the fucking taser. Stupid.
Yeah.
Worst booking ever.
Yeah, it was kind of bad.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was kind of bad.
2 dorky dudes named Wilbur and horrible. Sorry. A huge epic rap battles of history fan.
Number 5. Rob Van Dam and Shawn Michaels for the World Heavyweight title ending in a no contest.
Yeah.
It was a good shot for, even if Michaels was to have won, it would have been a good way for him to put over Rob Van Dam instead of having Triple H come out and causing the interference and the no contest.
Yep, I agree. It could have been another situation where Rob Van Dam was as hot as he could possibly be, and if they'd have put the belt on him, they'd have a solidified star, and they didn't make the call.
Yep.
Goofy. Number 4. The finger poke of doom.
Yeah, it's definitely up there, that's for sure.
Even if you want, and I get it, like it was a slap in the face, and it was supposed to be. I completely understand, I completely get it. Shit all over it. It was. They could have found a million other ways to do that. They could have found a fucking. I could write 5 of them right now. Worst fucking move they put, and especially in the middle, like in the dead heat of the ratings war. That's how you're gonna That's how you're gonna change the world championship. Nope.
Oh, number 3, worst booking decision. In my opinion, this is going to be a little controversial.
Okay.
Goldberg defeating The Fiend for the Universal Championship.
Oh, yeah.
As hot of a streak as The Fiend was on, it made no sense for Goldberg to squash The Fiend.
No. And of course, it leads nowhere. The untimeliness of it is that it leads directly into the fucking pandemic. So there's no payoff for Goldberg being world champion.
Right.
Like there's zero. We see him very, very briefly on staggered Raws, and then we go into Mania, and there's nobody in the crowd. Not
to mention, didn't it happen overseas?
He won the belt at Crown Jewel.
Against The Fiend.
Against The Fiend,
yeah.
And then he... Remember, you came in, we were watching it, and you showed up for the main event, and then they fucking hit the bell, and I just started laughing, like, hysterically in my fucking
Because we had just talked about
Because we were like, no, they wouldn't possibly put the belt on Goldberg and take it off The Fiend right now. As soon as we said it, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right. So, on the premise that it was a work... Because it wasn't. I've said this a million times. But on the premise that it was a work, ending The Undertaker's winning streak at WrestleMania.
The streak should have never ended.
Should have never ended. Should have just
If it
off
would have ended,
sunset.
It should have been somebody who could have benefited from the run.
Exactly. And what, yes, Brock was there for a little while, and yes, they got to run off the whole, Brock beat The Undertaker, blah, blah, blah. No. You shouldn't have ended the streak.
No.
It was a bad call. Number 2, bad.
Yeah, The Undertaker, it should not have happened. I understand because him losing it, they thought that they could put Bryan on in the main, winning the title would send the crowd home happy, but hardly anyone talks about the triple threat, and everyone talks about the streak.
Yeah, because that's what people remember.
Number 1,
motherfuckers.
I don't think there's really any argument because it was the downfall of an entire company. TNA allowing Jeff Hardy to wrestle Sting
Victory
in
Road,
the shape that he was in.
Yeah.
It was the biggest, worst booking decision ever.
They could have found a way out if they'd have chosen to.
And if you look back, I watch a lot of stuff on like the history episode by episode of TNA. I've been watching them on YouTube and or here. And I come across that, and that literally, like, TNA was tanking as it got there, but that pay-per-view main event tanked so bad.
They literally could have... Again, I understand people paid to see Jeff Hardy and Sting. I get that. But you knew the dude was fucked up.
Yeah.
You let him walk. What if Sting hadn't been such a professional? What if Sting had decided, you know what, this kid's fucked up, and obviously it's Sting, so that would never happen. But let's say, for instance, that would have happened with someone with a temperament like a Kevin Nash, or even a Kurt Angle, or a Samoa Joe, or a Ken Shamrock, or anybody,
or a Shawn Michaels,
or a fucking Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
If Jeff Hardy would have got in the ring in that condition with someone like Scott Steiner, what would have happened to Jeff Hardy? Scott Steiner would have beat him.
Scott Steiner would have never allowed it.
Well, and that's my point, though. Like the office should have said, "No, this isn't going to happen. We're gonna flip the main event. We're gonna go out. We're gonna say Jeff Hardy fucking no-showed. We'll turn Jeff Hardy into a heel. Then we'll have another member of Immortal come out and challenge Sting for a match. We'll have every member of Immortal come out and have Sting beat them and win and send the crowd home happy."
Here's what a lot of people misconstrue. They believe that it was an Eric Bischoff call. It wasn't a Bischoff call.
No, it was Dixie Carter's mother's call. Or Dixie, whoever.
Dixie Carter.
Yeah.
Eric Bischoff had no position of power in TNA. He was an on-air personality.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yep.
And
he actually
network.
He talks quite a bit about the Carters trying to get him engaged in creative discussions, and the only creative things he was allowed to that he negotiated were for Hulk Hogan. That's it. He had full control of that. He had absolutely no influence on the show unless it affected Hogan.
Agreed. I believe that. Yeah, I believe that should be the top of the list because I mean, let's be honest.
I agree. We're definitely going to do some more bad booking videos.
Yeah.
We could talk bad booking decisions all day long, so be looking out for a part 2 at some point in the future. In the meantime, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave us a comment down below about some of your favorite worst booking calls ever.
Would like to throw in an honorable mention
Most
before we
notable,
end
anyway.
this video.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio winning the WWE Championship just to lose it to John Cena later that night, just for CM Punk to come back as champion.
Oh, yeah, the transition for CM Punk's return on Raw.
Rey Mysterio winning the title at the first match of the night in a tournament.
Uh-huh.
To lose it to Cena
just
less than an hour later, just to have Punk come back.
When they could have just had him wrestle Rey and then built Cena and Punk.
I don't believe that's worse than Jeff Hardy, but it's an honorable.
It's pretty bad, yeah. Let us know about some of your more notable bad booking decision opinions in the comments down below, or you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. Send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. Don't forget we Twitch stream every Saturday. Come check us out next week. Stay tuned, y'all. We got more coming to you.
Hit the like button.
Please like us. Subscribe.
Please.
Please.